Sweet Sassy Molassy, this is the midweek wrap-up. Week 18 of Wrestling Rundown stuff. And guess what happens between Monday and Friday? Other stuff.
What?
So this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to start off with the stuff that was main event.
Yeah. Let's kick things off with the main event.
Let's kicking things off the table. Yeah! Intense.
So we started main event with Miz TV.
Boo.
So, yeah. So Miz comes out, starts talking about how
And instantly no one cares.
he beat Sheamus twice, and yet he doesn't have any gold to show for it. But what he's going to do is he's going to call Sheamus out so he can talk to him.
This keeps
So
getting worse.
Sheamus, come on out. And Sheamus' music would hit, and we would get the fake United States champion, Shamian Mizdow.
Somebody with talent?
This was the best portrayal of Sheamus since Ricardo Rodriguez.
I forgot Ricardo did it.
But this one was better.
And
In my opinion, this one was better.
This one was really good.
But what I want to see at the next pay-per-view after Hell in a Cell is a triple
Survivor
threat
Series.
match to decide who is the true Sheamus.
Sheamus versus Sheamus.
Yeah.
But one of them is actually Damian Mizdow.
Yeah.
Who's actually Damian Sandow, who's actually Adam Stevens.
So anyway, yeah, Shamian Mizdow would do a very Scottish,
Shamian on you.
a very Scottish Irish accent. Would tell
You
Miz
sound like somebody doing a really bad Shrek impersonation.
exactly.
So
Shrek. Telling Miz that he's so much better, and I don't want to get aggressive tonight because every time we're in the ring, you always school me when we're in here, and I realize that I don't deserve to be champion. You should be champion, so I want to give you.
Oh, you forgot the part where he ad-libbed though about how.
Oh yes, his amazing stunt double.
Yeah, he drops the accent and everything, and just starts going off.
And
about
looks
how
directly at the camera too.
Yeah.
And his amazing stunt double.
It's like, no, don't ad-lib.
Don't improvise. Oh, I'm sorry, laddie. I'm sorry, laddie. And then
Sometimes I get too big for my britches.
Yeah.
too big for me britches.
And then that would have had to have been ad-libbed too.
Yeah.
So Miz was extra angry.
Yeah.
But he would make it better by trying to give him the fake United States title.
Which that wasn't legit.
Which might not have.
No.
Yeah, it was a real Sheamus, but a fake title.
Yeah. But then we get the real Sheamus with the real title.
Wait.
Well, that was the fake Sheamus with the real title.
No, it's real Sheamus with the real title.
So does that mean there's Shamai in the ring?
Yes, Shamai.
Okay.
Shamus.
Shamoozes?
Shamises.
Shamoozes go, whoa!
So we get real Sheamus with the real U.S. title coming down, and he's talking. Oh, this is great. Which then it just got better because then you get Shamian Mizdow standing next to Sheamus, and he'd be doing all the same things that Sheamus was doing. Sheamus was having a really hard time trying to do stuff. He'd keep laughing like this and go, "This is great! Look at him! He's impersonating me now. Dude, this is great." And back home, people think, I'm kind of a comedian myself, but it's kind of like this. Oh.
And Miz, after Sheamus clotheslined his stunt double? Beaker?
Yeah,
That's his cousin.
It was
remember?
yeah. That's right. That's what. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're all related. Miz would take off, and Sheamus would. No. But he said, before you get out of here, I want to tell you about my new upcoming huge project. It's a musical based off of the life of Dean Martin, and it's called "Ain't That a Kick in the Head?" And then he would kick
himself in the face.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I was really confused.
Yeah. So
all that yoga that all those wrestlers are doing these days.
So fake Sheamus kicked real Sheamus.
In a contract on the pole.
No, it was real Sheamus with a fake title, kicked fake Sheamus with the real title in a match on a poles clipboard contract match.
Yeah. If you know, post in the comments because
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Which Sheamus kicked which other Sheamus on
And where was
on
Damien Mizdow?
Carlito's Cabana?
He was busy.
I just
Peep Show. Piper's Pit.
But up next, we'd have a one-on-one match between
Cutting
R-Truth and Tyson Kidd.
Yeah. Tyson Kidd cut a promo prior to the match talking about how people just need to back the F off and
Yeah, and
how he's a big boy and he's wearing his big boy shorts and
he wears the pants in relationship with him and Natty.
which is funny because when they wrestle she wears pants and he wears shorts.
Was it? This is where he did the. There's only two things in the world that you can count on, and that's cats and facts.
And it's where we found out that Tyson Kidd now has kick pads with his cat's faces
On the
airbrushed
front.
onto the kick pads.
I'm
And on the back it says facts.
I support that.
It's awkward.
A little
I
bit.
don't care.
But yeah, and he said that the facts are better than the truth, which then led to R-Truth coming out to beating his opponent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they had a really solid match. We haven't seen
Well, yeah.
R-Truth much on TV as of late.
Not since the days of R. Ziggler.
Yes, not since R. Ziggler was having his...
Which I was shocked to find out that R. Ziggler was actually played by R-Truth.
I know R-Truth did a very
Convincing Ziggler.
yeah. I was surprised.
I
Wait,
literally-
so was R-Truth the fake Sheamus too?
No.
No, R-Truth was the fake Ziggler. That's easy.
Okay, I know, but like, was he also the fake Sheamus?
No,
Okay.
no, that was
Rumors
fake.
has it was the buddy.
Okay.
Who was also fake Miz?
So it's CM Punk.
That was The Rock.
Confirmed. The Rock is Sheamus.
This is getting weird. Let's talk about the match. Great match between
Best spot of the match, R-Truth crotch thrusts in Natalya's direction
and
she
Natty.
liked it.
Natty loved it, and Tyson, you did that to my. Why are you smiling? And she couldn't handle it. She couldn't handle the truth. So yeah, the end of the match would come. Tyson was constantly trying to get Natty involved, like trying to get him to cheat, and she got Truth over. Well, was trying to get Truth over, or Tyson was trying to get Truth over
She
for
got on the
the
apron
sharpshooter.
to try and do something.
She
was preemptively celebrating.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then R-Truth would push him off of the
Almost
attempted
into her.
sharpshooter, and he'd stop him. What are you doing? I was getting up here to celebrate, and then he'd turn around right into the
Hunting ground.
no.
That's what I called it.
No, that's some other guy does that. I don't know his name. It's not the lie
The
detector.
pay dirt.
No, that's Shotgun.
The jumping complete shot.
Yes,
Flatliner.
sure. And yeah, R-Truth would pick up a win over Tyson Kidd. Tyson Kidd looked very disappointed in himself, as he should.
Yeah. Shame. Letting your woman get other guys' crotches thrust at her.
Yeah. Then we had an interesting. It was a good match. Justin Gabriel made his way back to main event to take on Cesaro.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was nice to see Justin Gabriel back. They had some good exchanges. Justin Gabriel was able to play out the fact that he is a smaller guy. Cesaro was able to kind of toss him around a little bit.
Which Cesaro could do. Smaller guy, bigger guy.
Even to bigger guys,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
I know
who
this is
he's-
old news by now, but he freaking gorilla pressed Big E Langston.
Yes, this is true. And then he gorilla pressed Kofi Kingston at Jack Swagger
Through Jack
to,
Swagger.
to eliminate them from the Battle Royal.
And in between, he tried to gorilla press someone else, but he couldn't because it was just right after gorilla pressing Big E, and his muscles were like, nope.
Yeah, not gonna
Fuck
happen.
you.
But yeah, Cesaro would get the win in this match after a very strange end. Justin Gabriel went up for a moonsault that I imagine he was supposed to like land on his feet, or at least Cesaro thought he was going to.
I think Cesaro was under the impression that Justin Gabriel was going to land on his feet.
But he would take the full moonsault, right onto the mat, and that would like roll him over. And Cesaro goes, Oh, picks him up, sets him up, neutralizer, 1, 2, 3.
Which had to suck at that point.
Yeah. You just took a moonsault and then you get driven into the mat again.
Basically taking the exact same fall over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the most comfortable end, but it was good to see Justin Gabriel back. Cesaro looking strong as usual.
He always looks strong.
Up next we'd get a graphic letting us know that
muscles.
this is well, he's supposed to Superman. Superman's got big muscles too. We get a graphic letting us know that on Raw we're getting a 3-on-2 street fight with the Authority, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, and Kane taking on D-Nation. John Cena and Dean Ambrose. So that should be interesting.
You know what? I'm glad they're doing this match.
What's that?
Because the Authority guys are involved, and there's no disqualifications allowed.
But Kane's big boot is still illegal.
Shit. Well, we can only hope that they don't use the big boot. Or at least it doesn't get caught by the referee.
Yeah.
We can hope. Because
I think Kane's big boot is the most illegal thing in all of wrestling. Today's world.
No, the most illegal thing in today's world is the promo that would follow.
Oh, yeah.
Because we'd have
I think the most illegal thing in wrestling history was the Osirian Portal hypnosis attack.
Well, yeah, that was. And then Kane started.
Oh, this is newer.
Yeah.
But this was all trumped about Rusev talking about anus. Would you like to talk about, or would either of you like to talk about
Rusev's
talking
promo
about
skills
anus?
are about as impressive as anus.
Yeah.
His English is about as good as most anuses smell.
It's not good.
Which Rusev says he's gonna kick Big Show's teeth into his anus.
Well,
He's
no,
gonna turn him inside
Yeah,
out.
turn him inside out.
So he speaks and
And
talks through his anus.
That's how you're gonna speak through your anus. That's how you're gonna talk with your anus. Really? You should have just stuck to ripping guts out and kicking groins.
Yeah.
Breaking bones and stuff.
No, you know what? You should leave the microphone in Alana's hand.
Or
I'll give her something to leave in her hand.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You set it up perfect.
This terrible promo would lead into a match between Rusev and Big E. Not as good as the one we saw.
Big E takes offense to anus talk.
Well, yeah.
I think everyone does. When Rusev's involved.
Everybody
my
takes
ears took offense.
Everybody takes offense to anything that Rusev says.
Pretty much.
We get Rusev versus Big E. Not as good as the match they had a couple months ago when Big E was doing his run against Rusev. But still solid. Big E with the belly-to-belly suplex on Rusev, still impressive. A lot of heavy hitting. Big.
Yeah, and we got Rusev to get the win with the accolade. That he got it on Big E, and then you saw Big E start to resist.
Yeah.
And then he just cranked it up a notch.
Oh yeah, he bent
showed
Big
that
E
Big
in
E
half.
is way more flexible than Big Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Mark Henry.
And it was you had Big E was at that point where he was almost out of it, and then Rusev goes no, and just wrenches
kidding.
back. Big E taps out,
JK in his face.
and obviously Rusev has yet to lose.
Yeah.
By pinfall or disqualification. I mean pinfall or submission.
Submissification.
Submissification. But that was it for main event. We move on to Superstars.
Superstars, where there's only 2 matches, and Thomas, Zack Ryder was in one of them.
Zack Ryder wrestled Bo Dallas, and I was happy. But Zack Ryder lost.
That's true.
Not without trying though.
No.
Really good effort, and the
Ryder's
setup to
good.
the setup to the broski boot was
Oh,
fun to watch.
He keeps coming up with really good ideas.
Yeah, he got Bo Dallas was kneeling and he drop kicked him directly into the corner. What?
Yeah.
Like he didn't like him or something. Like they were opponents in a wrestling match.
Like anybody likes Bo Dallas.
I do. The internet does. Have you been on the internet? I'll punch you in the face.
You. Ow!
I mean, Unlike Zack Ryder.
Yeah, who would lose to Bo Dallas. Still a good match.
Very awesome match.
And then, if you fast forward, if you're watching this on the network, fast forward to about 28 and a half minutes
Yeah.
into Superstars.
Yep, and you get Cesaro versus Kofi Kingston.
Awesome match again.
These two never have a bad match. I think this is probably the 5th or 6th time we've seen.
I think. Yeah, but like, I think Kofi can jump as high as Cesaro could throw a guy. So like, when you get that, that's like double the height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needless to say, these guys put on another clinic.
One of the best moments for Kofi was Cesaro was almost counted out, and Kofi walked up to the ropes just as Cesaro was rolling in. So Kofi like leaned on the top rope with his chest, pushed himself off, and splashed Cesaro on the back. Fucking awesome.
Neat stuff.
Yeah.
Kofi's good at coming up with a lot of things we haven't seen.
Yeah. The finish would come. Cesaro was getting ready to slingshot Kofi. He would slingshot him. Kofi would get his balance. He'd do his jump up and go for the crossbody, but would get hit with the European uppercut.
The very European uppercut.
Very European uppercut. The Swiss death, if you will. And Cesaro would get the win. Another solid match from the two of them. Superstars was pretty exciting.
Yeah,
for all these
As far
two
as the matches are concerned,
Like,
yes.
yeah, if Superstars was just a 20-minute show,
That would have been great.
it would be fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need 40 minutes to run down what happened
The night before.
To show the
2 days
exact
before.
same freaking fucking
Raw.
promos.
Just Raw. They
Like,
recap
things,
Raw.
Exactly.
Sometimes they show entire matches that
Yeah,
happen on
well, that's-
Raw.
They did that this time. They're like, oh, and up next we have Cena versus Ambrose. Almost like that's happening next.
Well, and
not just a recap.
And on main event, half of main event is recaps. So why don't we take the half an hour of recaps that you have on main event, knock it down to 15 minutes, and add those 2 Superstars matches to main event?
Why don't we take the recaps from Superstars main event, make them a show, call it recap, and then take Superstars main event.
How
put them
about
together.
we use the show This Week in WWE?
Yeah.
How about WWE puts us on the network doing this show because
Can
we're
you?
recapping everything?
Exactly.
Really?
Then we
Please?
could have so much more wrestling.
And we can run it down, and it would be perfect.
In a polite way.
Absolutely. Unless it sucks.
Which it probably will.
Don't suck crap.
No.
But you know what doesn't suck? NXT. Which-
No.
This week was not as exciting as some weeks, but was still a
To
good
clarify,
show.
that no wasn't a no of disagreement, it was a no of confirmation.
Yes. We opened up with a very quick match. Baron Corbin, which he
Threw a guy in
I-
his face.
more,
He would not stop gushing about the entrance.
I love it. It is the most simple thing, but it looks so fucking cool. He comes, the entrance, just him walking out. He just walks under like 4 real basic spotlights. But when he gets in the ring, they put like 30 spotlights on him, and it just like whites him out, and he looks very Sin City character, which he kind of had that vignette a couple weeks ago. It just looks super cool. I don't know what it was. I liked it. It was better than the match, because the match was only one move. Granted, the move
What
was
an
awesome.
awesome move.
It is one awesome move, but it was an awesome entrance, and the entrance was longer than the match. Elias Sampson, I believe, was the latest victim
Yep.
to the end of days. He would run, lock up, jump, die.
Yep.
And that was the end of Elias Sampson.
He's dead now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's dead now.
Probably not.
We need to.
Take him off the roster page.
Yeah, I think every time we have a Baron Corbin match, we should put a rest in peace, whoever he fought. I
Yeah.
forgot.
It's the Darren Corbin own count. He's owned
Boink.
this.
You said Darren.
It's hard to do, man. Baron Corbin own count. Just how many?
There's a little graphic of his face up on the corner here, and then little faces of all the people who Two CJ Parkers.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it only 2?
I'm pretty sure it was only 2.
But I mean, yeah. So like just right after that, as the as they're probably carting Elias off to the morgue, and Baron Corbin's walking back, we get Sami Zayn coming out, talking about how I lost to Titus O'Neil last week, fair and square, but I'm getting really tired of saying that. I know I'm better than that. I should be doing better than that, and that's gonna start.
Yeah.
That's gonna start now. I'm going to go after the one thing that's eluded me since I've been here, and I'm going to be the NXT champion.
Do it. I dare you.
But he get interrupted by Tyson Kidd.
Sans Natalia.
Yes, no Natty this time, which makes me much less interested in Tyson Kidd.
Especially because of the dress she was
Oh
wearing
my God!
earlier.
Yeah, why didn't we mention that? Holy God!
Nikki Bella status on the cleavage going on
Yeah.
there.
Ugh.
I believe in that.
So you do like him.
Nope.
I
like Natty's boobs. I believe. That just doesn't sound right.
I'm following Dean Ambrose in his breast awareness month.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Tyson Kidd would come out and say, you know what, Sammy, you get once you get to the top there, you can't quite do it. You can't win the big matches, you can't win the little matches.
You can have a meaningless win here and there, but you can't get the job done.
Yeah, it's maybe you're just not good enough to be here.
I remember not that long ago, Triple H was saying the same thing about Chris Benoit.
Who?
Not saying I'm predicting anything for Sami Zayn's future.
Wow, this got dark. Let's move on. No, we're not dwelling there. We're moving on.
Okay.
But Sami Zayn said, hey, guess what? You know what? I'm turning over a new leaf.
Let's
I
have
bet
a
it's
match.
going to start with beating you.
Yeah, send match.
Yeah.
Send match.
Oh,
And Tyson Kidd goes, what the fuck are you saying, dude? I can't understand it.
well, first, Sammy go. You know what? I think it's great that you came out here and interrupted me. It's really cool. But I just need to know: did you get Natty's permission before you came out here?
Yeah.
And
And he's like, Natty's not even here.
it's like,
Just move on.
yeah. So then he goes,
It
okay,
takes
that's
so
a
much
good
time
singer.
on the show.
He's a
yeah.
good singer. The whole crowd went,
No. Why don't you go to the back and finish watching yourself on reruns of Total Divas? Sammy was on fire with the jokes on Tyson Kidd.
Sami Zayn's a funny guy.
He'd finish off after saying,
He is friends with
it's
Kevin
gonna
Steen, after all.
it's gonna end tonight when I beat you. So why don't you go to the back, get Tyler Breeze's phone and call Natty and make sure that's okay.
And apparently Tyson Kidd doesn't know Natty's number because he said, why would Tyler Breeze have Natty's number in his phone?
Yeah. He's pretty bro. He's got
Tyler Breeze has all the girls'
He's got
numbers.
everybody's phone number.
My ex-girlfriend left me for Tyler Breeze.
Ouch.
If that happened, you probably wouldn't have been as crushed by it.
You wouldn't be that upset. You'd understand.
No, I actually told her to go ahead. Told her I was slightly jealous.
How understanding of you.
I was slightly jealous, actually.
That,
You should have left her for Tyler Breeze.
I tried. She beat me to it.
no, that's, the rule that me and Kayla made upon getting together was that celebrities don't count. As long as we both like the celebrity.
Fair enough.
That's the stipulation.
Our first match tonight would be a tag team match. It would be the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Dragons, Sin Cara and Kalisto, taking on
Team
Team Thick, Wesley Blake, and Buddy Murphy.
Dubstep Cowboys.
Yeah, Team Thick.
That's my name for them.
Dubstep Cowboys.
They've called they now are taking to calling themselves Team Thick because they're two thick-bodied men.
Yeah.
Which
Renee Young seemed to enjoy that comment a lot.
they got them thick bodies.
They better be glad that Dean Ambrose is on the main roster. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the day Dean Ambrose goes down to the Performance Center, it's gonna be bad news.
I don't know.
Some bad news.
Wade
He's going
Barrett's
to
gonna
take Wade
return.
Barrett with him.
Yes.
That's Wade Barrett's return. He's going to start teaming up with Dean Ambrose.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
This was good. It was a rematch from their NXT Tag Team Tournament.
Yeah,
match.
Lucha Dragons eliminated Team Thick in the first round of the NXT Tag Team #1 Contenders tournament.
Big moment for Team Thick was when Sin Cara would go for Sin Cara would go for a DDT. Buddy Murphy would catch him, shift, and run and suplex him across. He'd run across the ring and turn it into a suplex.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
That was a really good way of using physics to get the momentum going
Yeah.
into the suplex.
It was a
pretty brilliant move.
Beautiful
Yeah, are you
move.
a physicist?
Maybe?
I feel
If
like
you are,
he's the
post in
one.
the comments.
I feel like he's the Australian Paul Burchill.
Yeah. And his ripped up, but not ripped up tights, or is
Shorts things he's got going on.
interesting. I think even Renee Young made a comment about the interesting shorts that Buddy Murphy was wearing.
And Wesley Blake get a tan.
Yeah, he is really pale.
That's all I gotta say.
But the match would finish. Kalisto would get in for like 2 moves.
Literally,
And
kind of lame.
Paleontologist.
I believe he would toss Blake out to the outside
Paleontologist.
and hit a crossbody on him, keeping him out. And then Sin Cara would beat
That was cool.
Murphy with a wheelbarrow roll-up pin from the top rope.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it really is. That was a super rolling prawn hold.
Yeah. And I'm surprised that he didn't.
Ow!
I'm surprised he didn't land directly on his head.
Oh, he did.
Pretty much, we watched it like 8 times.
Kevin
He
paused
landed
it while
on
we
his
were
head.
watching it. It was just like frame for frame. It's just right
He
on
landed
his.
directly on his head.
Yeah.
Buddy Murphy had a
Like
head.
this portion, like here.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let me
Sin
rephrase
Cara's
that.
all up in Sin Cara's ass.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm not surprised that he landed directly on his head.
That's better. Yeah. Oh man.
What a top rope spinning strip compression.
Oh.
I did not expect that move. That was not what I thought was going to happen.
No.
I thought maybe he was going for the Spanish Fly, which would have been awesome. But
That was old Sin Cara's thing.
yeah. WWE doesn't lie to their fans. It's a new Sin Cara. Yeah. So great match there. We move on to a little backstage segment that I know. Well, I guess it wasn't backstage. It was kind of backstage. I know
Backstage.
you guys were excited to know that Mojo Rawley will be out for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was doing a top 5, he would be on it. He would be it. I know I say no repeats from the last week, but Mojo wasn't on it last week, so he'd have all 5 spots right now.
It's true.
Yeah. He'd get those spots for saying that he's going to be gone.
Yep. 1 spot for hopefully not every week, because I hope it's more than 5 weeks.
But really, let's go on and say, hey, thank you, Tyler Breeze,
Yeah.
for posting him shoulder first into the post and then beating up his shoulder in their match 2 weeks later.
Yeah, I really hope that when he comes back, he runs into Baron Corbin and gets that face move.
Onto his shoulder.
Yeah.
Gone for another 6 weeks. The end. Either way, Mojo, I only wish the very, very second best for you.
Yeah. I wish you a very slow recovery.
And the best possibly in your future endeavors.
The decent in the future endeavors.
Yeah, I wish you okay in your future endeavors, let's be honest.
Okay, let's move on.
So up next, we had a rematch between Charlotte and Becky Lynch.
This match was great.
I love me some Becky Lynch.
Yeah,
This match was phenomenal.
a lot of fire from Becky Lynch as we've come to know from her. She was going arm drag crazy, leg drop crazy.
Spinny leg drop happy.
Yeah,
I liked that
That
one.
was just her like 2 regular leg drops and then her like 180 leg
Yeah.
drop. Just really good, really good technical stuff between these two girls in this match.
Really good everything.
And some wrestling.
Technical stuff, spinny, droppy stuff, looks.
Boobies. Boobies.
It's all really good.
And a great setup from Charlotte into the natural selection that would get her the win. She'd drop her with the neck breaker that would drop Becky down to her knees, and she'd be selling it, and then all she had to do was run. Perfect setup. 1, 2, 3. Charlotte, the Divas champion, wins, or the women's champion wins again. I know we say this all the time, but I'm getting more and more excited for the Divas division.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to prove right now that Charlotte truly is proving she is really the dominant female in NXT.
Oh,
really,
absolutely.
we haven't had anybody who can beat her yet.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to find someone to step up to that level.
Yeah.
Then
Gonna bring Havoc in.
we got an. What did you guys think of the small promo that the Ascension did on Hideo? Because I felt this was very uncharacteristic
Yeah.
of them.
I felt the extreme neutrality toward it.
Alright, maybe I was the only one who thought it was weird.
No, like, I just...
in my opinion, I'm thinking, hey, they're going to be up on the main roster pretty soon. Maybe this is kind of the direction they're going to want them to go in.
Yeah.
When they're up on the main roster.
Yeah, it was...
I think if they do, they'll fall flat.
Yeah, the promo didn't do anything for me, but it didn't, like... I don't know.
I just thought
extreme neutrality.
I just thought it was weird.
He was extremely in the middle.
Yep.
The pinnacle of mediocrity.
That's me.
Up next, we get a tag team match that we've been waiting to see for a long time. We get the Legionnaires versus Enzo and Cass.
Yeah, they've been hyping this for weeks.
Yeah.
And
We finally get it.
yeah,
Man, I'm excited. What happens?
well, Sylvester Lefort is
Thought.
he starts the match. He gets beat down a little bit. He goes, okay, this is too much. We got to tag out. And as he's going to, I don't even know.
He's grabbing the middle rope to pull himself up out of the corner, and he accidentally grabs on to Luis's wig.
That's right,
while
because
he's getting in the
Louis
ring.
is coming in, and all of a sudden he realizes he's bald. And he loses his ever-loving mind and beats the fuck
I enjoyed
out
that.
of the fart.
I enjoyed that.
It was, yeah.
He beat the farts out of him.
Like, we were talking, I told you that the match was short, but not for the reason that you'd expect.
Yeah.
And
Not because you were.
And when Louis starts beating the hell out of... when Louis starts beating the hell out of Sylvester, the look on Kevin's face is just like, whoa. It's just, he is whooping the shit out of him.
He reminded me, and maybe I'm the only one, he reminded me of Festus.
A little bit.
Whenever a match would start.
Very
A
much.
little bit. And the baldness included.
Yeah.
Festus had eyebrows, though.
Yeah, that's true.
And didn't look like a demon.
But no, just like from the way he beat him down. That's what it was.
Yeah, very vicious. And then he'd start to run away just as the referees were coming around. So like the first referee freaks out because he's going out to save Sylvester, and all of a sudden demonic Marcus Louis is running around. Fuck.
Yeah.
But Cass and Enzo weren't quite done.
They saved the segment
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like,
by saying, hey.
I think we get on the match here.
Yep.
See, and at first I thought they were going to have another
So did
tag
I.
team match.
That's what I thought too. But they're like, let's get Blue Pants. We saw you back there. Why don't you come out here? Where's old Bluey? And we get the first jobber diva we've ever seen.
I prefer the term feminine talent enhancement.
Sure. Old Blue Pants, cute little girl, and almost like
I
an
thought she was fucking
an
adorable.
X-Men kind of get up.
Well, Renee Young said exactly what I was thinking.
She looks like Kitty Pryde. Yeah. The blue tights, the very early or old X-Men blue and yellow spandex kind of look going on. And she would be the very first match for Carmella. Carmella, by the way, comes out to one of the most obvious rip-offs I've ever heard in music. It sounds exactly like Iggy Azalea. To a T. Even the lyrics sound like it.
Uh-huh. That song Fancy that came out that was really, really popular.
But she looks hot.
Yeah.
Carmella's hot.
You know what? She surprised me. She's a lot skinnier than I thought she was.
Yeah, she didn't seem as skinny, like doing all the vignettes and stuff, like the backstage recordings like that. Looked way different. But I was okay with it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Blue Pants didn't last very long.
No. This was very much showing us what Carmella knows how to do, as opposed to what she can't quite do.
What she knows
yet.
how to do. Drop kick and that one hold.
It's a cool submission.
It is. I like it.
It's kind of neat.
It's spiffy. It's new. And
I wonder how long she can hold that in though. When she later on when she has a long match and her opponent's refusing to tap, I wonder how long she's gonna be able to hold that position.
If she's able to hold herself up and actually bend herself in half, to add more leverage to it, that'd be sick. We get the first win for Carmella.
Better luck next time, Blue Pants.
Yeah,
I hope to see you again.
I definitely want to see more Blue Pants.
We had a Blue Pants chant.
Yeah.
Yep.
And did we have a thank you, Blue Pants, towards the end of that match?
We might have. I don't remember that.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, please bring Blue Pants back, and you don't even have to change your name.
Yeah, that would be
Blue
fantastic
Pants.
if that was her gimmick.
Blue Pants is a great name. Even if she came out in green pants, I'd still be okay with that.
Green's it has blue.
It's true. True blue. Blue's Clues. He made the pun about her blue pants because she doesn't have a blues clue about what's about to happen to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Enzo with those quick little one-liners that he's got all the time. But after that match, we'd have a little bit of break in the action before the main event. Becky Lynch would approach Sasha in the back, and Becky. I don't even know, what was Becky upset about?
She was talking about how she didn't appreciate the way Sasha has been treating Bayley.
Yeah, that's okay. She was very upset with that
because Bayley and Becky are really good friends.
Yeah,
as we saw in the tag team match.
They hugged.
They did. And so
anyone that Bayley hugs is instantly her friend for life. That's Bayley's superpower.
That's a cool power.
Yeah,
I'm already your friend, but you can hug me. I want a Bayley hug.
Yeah. Can we get that for episode 300?
You are not Bayley. But Sasha would tell Becky.
I'd even accept a Barnum and Bayley hug.
That's weird. That's clowns and elephants and stuff.
I'd accept a Bayley's Irish Cream hug.
That's their tag team name. But anyway, Sasha would tell Becky that
She's kind of pale.
It doesn't matter how she treats Bayley. Oh, boo-hoo! I'm hurting Bayley. You got to realize that I'm the only thing I've got coming to me is the women's championship, and you need to look at yourself in the mirror and realize what are you willing to do to take yourself to the top, which is pretty much what Summer Rae told Sasha.
Yeah.
When Sasha first started showing up in NXT.
Copycat.
So. Could we?
That was so ratchet of her.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You're saying Sasha's ratchet?
Oh, yeah.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
And then we'd have the main event.
It's true. Main event happened.
Well, actually,
we found out what was going to happen next week.
Yeah, we did.
Next week, not only are we getting a title match where Adrian Neville will be defending the NXT title against Tyson Kidd, or not Tyson Kidd, Titus O'Neil, but we'd also get what I'm assuming is kind of a number one contenders match for the women's championship. We get Bayley versus Sasha.
Okay, move on to the main event.
Next week should be interesting.
Well,
But our main event would be Tyson Kidd versus Sami Zayn, and
this was fun. We had a lot of the same stuff we've seen out of Zayn Kidd matches previously, but I'm not going to complain because all that stuff is cool.
It's really, really cool stuff.
A lot of really, really near falls, a lot of faux finishes.
A couple of things that really stood out to me was Sami Zayn doing the showboating, where he did his little springboard off the ropes, backflip into the kneeling, very
3-point stance.
almost kind of reminded me of El Generico.
Yeah.
Very very reminiscent of El Generico.
Yeah.
And then
I would really love to see those two wrestle, Sami Zayn and Generico.
I'm going to be honest.
The world would implode.
I think if you gave Sami Zayn a mask, he would be way more than just a generic luchador. That's for certain.
Oh yeah.
He's Canadian, for God's sakes.
Speaking of Canadian, the spot that really did it for me as far as Tyson Kidd was he went for that pin where you roll over the person and you like hold their legs there.
Yeah.
Jackknife pin?
Yeah. But he would turn that into a sharpshooter. And so he'd go for the roll, and so he's got one of Sammy's legs controlled. He'd like kind of side roll out of it into the sharpshooter, and it was super flawless. Very good.
Super flippy.
But Sami Zayn would get the win with a gnarly haluva kick.
Yeah.
That was a haluva kick.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a haluva kick.
Slam, ham, slam.
Don't start that shit. That would be it for NXT. So Sammy is now on his way to a winning streak. We could be seeing him going against Adrian Neville very soon. Do we want to end the midweek wrap up with our assessment of Bound for Glory?
Well,
No,
technically that was last week, though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Plus we're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time. If you want to know what we thought of Bound for Glory,
Do something.
let us know.
Deal with it.
Let us know. We might make a special Bound for Glory video.
Maybe.
They had one really good triple threat match. That was fucking fantastic.
One good match.
And a lot of other stuff that was mediocre.
Yep. And the only thing I know that happened this week on Impact was that Tyrus debuted. AKA Brodus Clay.
Oh.
And that was it. But that is it for the midweek wrap up. If you want to go back to the 2 videos that we've done prior to this, the Indie News and the Raw Review, you can find those at the top of the playlist. And but the other 2 videos you can find below this current video. You can find what's coming up next. We have the results from Fantasy Warfare, and we have the SmackDown Rundown coming up. So click to any of those videos over in the playlist. Find all of your information down in the description, and we will see you at Fantasy Warfare.
Damn, that's a good looking playlist.